What's going on, people? My name is Jack. Welcome back to another video here on my channel. If you're new here, I produce weekly content based around video editing, videography, and how to make money making videos. Subscribe now if that sounds interesting. Now, free video editing software guide, which to pick. There's going to be two main criteria. So this is pretty much the biggest topic on my channel by a landslide. There's no topic bigger, so I'm trying to create an ultimate guide to reference everybody back to, because inevitably I get asked which free video editing software is the best for the person asking me, all the time. No one wants to edit with lag, but everybody wants to edit good. So there's a trade-off. Do you get the best editor even though your computer can't support it? Or what's the situation? We're gonna get into it, we're gonna break it down. The two main criteria is how good is your computer and what do you need the editor for? But before we jump into that, big shout out, massive shout out even to Creator Dashboard, brand new brand that I've just launched 2 days ago. It is a community hub for creators. It is created more or less to promote you guys. You guys create tutorials, whatever the case may be. I'm promoting you through there. I'm also giving away free editing packs there. I'm about to host a big editing contest there where I'm going to give money away to the winners. Any cool creative ideas I'm thinking of, it is a community hub for creators at Creator Dashboard on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Follow it on whichever one that you love the most. And overall, follow us there. Give us a message. If you want to create content for the platform, hit me up. Pitch me an idea. Let's do it. Free stuff going down on Creator Dashboard. Follow it or exit the video now. All right, so back to the video. Now, what you actually need the editor for is pretty much the most important criteria for picking your editor, or it's one of the most important. Like I said, there's two. The only one's really how good is your computer, right? So what do you need the editor for? Do you want to do, your top tier stuff, or do you just need it for a couple chops and cuts because, you got a little highlight video for your school project or whatever that you got to get chopped up? That's the main criteria you want to think of. Do you need access to pretty much everything in the editing sphere? If so, you're going to want to go for one of the higher tier editors, which we're about to break down now. So there is 3 tiers of editors, free video editing software, in my opinion, right? And I'm just covering the free ones here because that is the biggest topic, on the channel pretty much, right? So there's 3 tiers. You got your gold tier, your silver tier, your bronze tier. I've divided them into essentially what I think make up the different tiers. At the top, there's really 2, in my opinion, of the free video editing softwares. You've got DaVinci Resolve and you've got HitFilm Express. I'm looking around for some water. I can't see it. There might be a drop it. Oh, shit. There is a bit of water in my lap. I'm going to shake it off. It's seeped through. I'm sitting back down. I can't be taken out the game that easily. So gold tier is DaVinci Resolve and HitFilm Express. And overall, they are pretty much the name of the game of the best free video editing software you're possibly going to get access to. Tier 2, Silver Edition, is stuff that can do most of the stuff those top editors can do, but I wouldn't put them in the same category fully because they do have a limit, whereas those top gold tier, HitFilm Express and DaVinci, you can more or less do everything. Any Premiere stuff, you could do it all in there. Silver 2, or Tier 2, Silver, is going to be VSDC, iMovie, editors like that. So in these editors, you could do loads. You could do absolutely loads. VSDC, one of my favorite editors to recommend to beginners, and it can be supported on lower tier computers. I'm going to get into the actual minimum specs for these different tiers in a second, right? But VSDC has got motion tracking, all these cool stuff, and that's actually in the $20 a year version, so that's technically the paid version, right? But the free version has loads of stuff available, and $20 is practically still a free editor, I can't lie, for what they offer you. So silver tier, VSDC, iMovie, bronze tier, Olive Video Editor, Windows Live Movie Maker, those sort of random ones. Windows actually might even be in a tier below, but Olive Video Editor, the sort of just straight up, literally just chops and cuts, that is more or less the bronze tier. So what sort of powerful computer do you need to run the gold tier? I assume everybody wants to get the gold tier. You need a good computer. It's no secret, or actually to some people I would have thought it's a secret, you know what I mean, that you need power to do editing. Editing is not, it's not Microsoft Word, it's not just like some text on a screen. You need processing power, you need RAM, you need graphics cards to be powering the situation. Well, a graphics card, right? A powerful one, hopefully. And pretty much it is a very computer intensive situation. Like, it could be compared to the things that are above it in stuff that's actually tough on your computer is like cryptocurrency mining, 3D animation rendering. Like, these things are the only things I can really think of off the top of my head that are going to need more processing power than this, which means it's pretty up there in the list of stuff that needs power, right? Graphic designers, they have a little bit more leeway. They could, pretty much run Photoshop on a lower tier system, and they're usually all right. But video, it needs power, right? So the gold tier, I would say the absolute minimum is an 8 gigabytes of RAM, i5, and a solid 10 series graphics card. The absolute minimum. Now, the real recommendations is probably 16 gigabytes of RAM, high i5 to i7 processor, and you know, a 10 series graphics card. 10 series being, you know, a 1050 Ti, something like that, right? The gold tier, it is obviously going to require some power. Now, you can get away with it, I think, with about a minimum of an 8 gigabytes of RAM, i5 type of situation. And tell me down below, I'm sure there's some hustler out there with an i1, no gigabytes of RAM, the Intel graphics, and he's killing it. Like, Jack, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? I make it work. I'm sure I got a hustler like that. Big up to you. Call me out in the comment section. What's up? Let's laugh about it. And pretty much, it could be done, I guess, but you're going to be dealing with lag. Like, there's only two ways. I'm trying to give you guys the story of how to run these things smoothly, right? It's very enjoyable when you're doing it smooth. It's not very enjoyable when you're running into nonsense like the lag, right? 16 gigabytes of RAM is pretty much going to give you the, you know, the top tier performance on those gold ones. Silver ones, 4 gigabytes of RAM, absolute minimum, straight up. 4 gigabytes of RAM, i3/i5, and a decent graphics card. Recommended, probably the 8 gigabytes. And for the bronze tier, ideally what the silver tier has as well, but you can kind of get away with stuff, right? So at the end of the day, I would say minimum to run any of these editors, you're going to want at least 4 gigabytes of RAM in your computer, at least like an i3, i5 processor at the very least, right? And that's me being a little bit lenient just to include more people. Ideally, to run full smooth editing, you're going to want at least 8 gigabytes of RAM, 16 gigabytes of RAM, decent graphics card, and a decent processor, i5, i7, whatever the case may be. I don't know much about the AMDs and the Ryzens and all that shit, so tell me the equivalents down below. I've never had one of those, so I really don't know, but I do know that the Intel holds it down. And overall, that right there is my little spiel on the guide for the best free video editing software. The gold tiers don't go to my good computer havers. The silver tier go to my okay computer havers. The bronze tier go to my non-good computer havers who have a vision in the future of having a good computer and making their way to bronze. I was there, started on Windows Live Movie Maker when I was 10 years old, built it up, I was at Sony Vegas by the time I was maybe, 15, 14, something like that. Then I got to Premiere by the time I was about 18, and, you know, now I'm 21. Now, it's obviously all Adobe. That's the industry standard for sort of, I guess, lower tier video production. When you're not doing movies and stuff, then you might go into Avid or whatever the next level shit is. I'm not there yet. Overall, that's my breakdown. Hope you guys enjoyed. Massive shout out to Creator Dashboard, the single best community hub for creators on the internet. There's not a single better one. If you think there is, send it to me, and I'll work on putting a plan to take them out the game and put ourselves above them. Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day. Peace out. Follow Creator Dashboard, the single best thing you've done all day. You might be a high achiever. It might not. Big up to you.
Follow Creator Dashboard. You heard it here first. That's right. I ended the video shouting it out. Now I'm going to fully end the video shouting out. Usually I do some sort of cute little end screen here. No cute end screen today. It's no cute end screen Tuesday. And basically I'm forcing you to go follow Creator Dashboard. It's going to be the single greatest move you've ever made. Nothing but a money move. Nothing but a power move. When Cardi B said, "We make money moves," you know, she took that from Kodak, I think, but at the end of the day, she said that, and she was talking about following Creator Dashboard. We make money moves by following Creator Dashboard. I'm clearly going insane just talking about it now. I am completely off the rail. I need to be checked into a mental hospital. Follow Creator Dashboard. I'm going fucking crazy. I'm going to leave it on the screen for another minute so it really sinks in. Follow.
Oh,